Today, we're gonna deal with few other options in the infile options on how to handle data. Okay. So, for instance, whenever we have any kind of an external or raw data in terms of maybe data lines or external file. Okay. Whenever you see some missing data. Okay. Missing data at the end of the line. Okay. Missing data at the end of the record. If you encounter it, so at that moment, whenever we use miss over, okay, so if the missing data is below the length of the particular input record or the input column, so it'll consider the missing data to be, so it'll consider the missing data as a missing value in the output column. I'll just show you an example. For instance, we have a missing data in this way. Okay. So normally, if I don't use miss over here, and we have a short line. If you see here, we have a short line, short length of record. Okay. So we have 101 and X, but amount is missing here. If I run this part, you see here what's happening. So even we have a short line, what happened? Our normal data reading went to the next line, which is 102. Right, ma'am?
Oh,
And the amount have 102 here. You getting it, ma'am?
got it, got it.
Yeah. So whenever maybe an external file or the data lines have a short line, okay, have a short length of record, the length of record less than the length mentioned in the input statement, okay, or whenever it reads a short record from the external file, okay. So the short record in which the record has ended into the column. I mean, in which column the record has ended as a short record. That column will be, will be given as missing values when you use miss over. Okay.
Got it.
Yeah. So in this way, we get missing values in the amount. So why do we mainly use this? Because whenever we see any kind of a data less than our specified length of the particular record, or whenever we see some kind of a data incomplete at the end of the line, okay, but but if we get the data into a data set, it'll cause some issues with the data. Okay. In order to
Got
avoid that, in order to avoid that, we use miss over, such that if the data is short, or the data is missing, we still be getting a missing value in the output column. Okay.
If the missing value is in the beginning, like let's say if ID is missing,
Sorry, ma'am,
it
can you
has to
come?
be, the missing value has to be in the end of the record,
Yeah,
or
end of the record, ma'am. It is always end of the record. Yeah. So what happens is, for instance, if you, for example, this is missing. Okay. Uh, ID is missing. If I just mention dot here and again X here and again last one is missing. If you see here, what happens now? So as you mentioned dot in the ID part, right?
mm-hmm.
Okay. So that will be missing because dot is considered as a missing value.
Yeah.
For
If you
instance,
don't put dot and
dot.
don't use,
Yeah.
if you remove miss over,
Yeah. No, that will be miss over. Okay. Even the type will be missing
okay.
because at any point, whenever it sees a short length, I I told you right, a short length of a particular data. Okay. The subsequent fields after the short length of the data will also be, will also be, treated as the missing values.
Mm-hmm.
Will also be assigned with the missing values.
But it's not also taking the type. X is also missing.
That's what, ma'am, I told you.
Okay.
Whenever it reads a short length, in terms of the particular input column. Okay,
Okay.
input column. I mean, okay, end of the line in the sense end of the record, ma'am. Okay, end of the record can be at the end of the particular input column. Okay, can be of ID, can be of type, can be of amount. Okay,
Okay.
whenever it reads the particular end of the record, okay, uh, so it sees a short line. The the subsequent columns which are type and amount will also be assigned as missing values. Got it, ma'am?
Yeah, got it.
Yeah, yeah. For instance, if we see here, we have missing value at the here. Okay, so even though it's missing value, it senses the missing value. It reads that line to be a missing, and then jumps to the next line and assigns it to the new column. We have, yeah. See, we have missing data at one, two, okay. Yeah, we have missing data here and here. Let's put on. Yeah. See here, we have missing data at the employee ID. Okay, right, ma'am? So we
Yeah.
still got the data correctly because we use misover. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, got it.
Yeah. If you see here, we have data split. We have data split across the entire data portion with the help of asterisks. Okay. Even we have missing values in between. So what we have done, we have maintained asterisks and we have given one space. So for instance, I'll run this. If you see here, we have missing values at those points where we have asterisks. Okay, got it, ma'am? For instance, if you observe the data carefully, we have missing here, we have missing here, we have missing here. All three portions. Two here, one here. Okay. Yeah, in here, last person missing. Okay, if you observe carefully, we are giving uh, one space between two consecutive asterisks. For example, if I don't provide one space between between two consecutive asterisks, so what happens, ma'am?
It will not consider
Missing value, right?
value.
Yeah. Why is it, ma'am?
Uh, the DLM has to have
Mm-hmm. Go on, ma'am.
yeah,
Okay. So you mean DLM has to have a missing value, no, space between two simultaneous. I
two
mean,
simultaneous.
two consecutive delimiters. How about the comma, ma'am? For instance, we have
That's
a comma.
the DSD.
Yeah. So how about DSD? Do we need a space between two consecutive commas?
No, no.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. The next thing is next option is stopover. Okay. So for example, for instance, whenever it sees a short line in terms of any data point. I mean, in the on the entire record, when it is a short line, if you see here, it is a short line here. Okay. From this, it simply stops executing the data.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Input statement exceeded record length. Infile cards options above specified. Okay. So input statement exceeded record length because if you see input statement has by default 8 characters of length, right? Right? Right,
Yeah.
ma'am? But the record length here is below 8 characters. Sorry, it's below 8 characters. We have ID. X, and amount is simply 0, missing. So it stops the data, and and it won't furtherly print the data into the other. I mean, it won't further consider the data and it prints it to the data set.
Okay.
Yeah. So that is
What
stopover.
is the use of the stopover? I mean,
Stopover is
where do?
something that whenever we have missing data, okay, uh, if you read it and you execute it, I mean, this being a small one, you get to know where is the issue. But we normally have large data sets, sorry, large files, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So files which should not have missing values.
Okay. Okay.
Mostly files, those files, almost all the data should be should have data, almost all the columns should have the data. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So
Got it. Yeah. If
at that time,
large data, then we
yeah,
use.
at that time, what happens is, if anything is missing, it will be a total mess. Whenever you do some kind of an analysis or something. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's better we use a stopover such that it tells us. So we have a short line at this position. I mean, at this column. Sorry, at this row. So
Yeah.
it
Yeah. Yeah.
stops printing the data entirely to the output data set.
Sure.
Got it, ma'am?
Yeah. Yeah. No, got it. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So stopover won't work here because we have the data correctly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next thing.
So let's say like I have 100 rows and then my missing value is somewhere like 80. And then if I use stopover, it will stop till 80, right?
No, it stops completely printing, ma'am.
Oh, not even from 1 to 80, there's data,
No,
but
thing
missing is.
is,
Oh, okay,
I
okay.
mean, the thing is, whenever it finds a short line, it just
Mm.
completely halts the execution and throws an error.
Oh, okay, got it.
Yeah.
I thought it will stop at the.
No, no. If you see here, there is no output data set for us, right? There is no output data set here.
Yeah.
We simply got the error.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Input statement. So this input statement exceeded the record length. So
Mm-hmm.
this is the record. So lines are called records, right?
Yeah.
There's a record. So what it is telling, it is informing us that input statement exceeded. Okay, the input statement exceeded the record length. The input statement length is more. The input statement length is more than the record length. Getting it, ma'am?
Yeah.
Okay. Shravani, ma'am, is this clear?
Yeah.
Any
So it
questions?
reads like first row and second row. It is short, no, actually. It exceeds the record length, means how it reads actually.
Yeah. If you
Input
observe carefully,
statement is short.
yeah. If you
Yes.
observe carefully, by default, what is the length of our columns, ma'am?
8 bytes.
8. 8 bytes, right? 8 bytes. Exactly. So, if you observe carefully, input statement exceeded the record length. By default, each input statement, okay? So this is the input statement. So what does the input statement have? Column names, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So each column name have a length of 8 characters, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what it is telling? Input statement exceeded the record length. So the record length here is null.
Hmm.
It no so it, no, it don't have anything to run. So it
Yeah.
simply tells you that input statement length is more than the data part. So we have missing data here. Got it, ma'am?
Okay. Yeah.
You see here we have, for instance, we have, if I fill this portion, some, okay, I'll just run this. Again, we got an error because we have an issue at the line number, row number 4, n underscore n equal to 4. If you go to 4 and see, we have missing data here.
Yes.
Got it, ma'am?
Hmm.
Yeah. So that is stopover.
Okay.
Yeah. Next thing is, Yeah, scan over. Yeah. Okay. Just a second. Yeah. Able to see my screen, ma'am?
Yes, yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So scan over is something that. So whenever we mention some, whenever we need some kind of a record from a particular data point. Okay. If you see here, so we need the mobile and get it to the contact details. Okay. So simply what it does do, it just calls the input statement to scan the specific input data records until the character string that is specified in the @ character string expression is found. Okay. So until mobile is found, so it will just display all the mobile data into the contact details column. Got it, ma'am?
Okay.
See here. So we have mobile. So this just treat this to be a line, this to be a record, a record, a record, a record. Okay. The first mobile, we have mobile phone, then again mobile website, again mail. Okay. So what does it do? It just reads all the entire data and sees where does it where does it have mobile as an expression or a string or or a character string. Okay. So it found out we have two character strings at first record and the third record. Okay. So whatever character string it finds, so whatever data it has, it will just simply paste that data into the column called contact details. Got it, ma'am?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. If you observe carefully, we have 95421. We have around 10 characters of length, right? But here we just got only 8 characters. Why is it,
Eight.
ma'am?
Because the maximum limit is 8 bytes
Right.
displayed.
Exactly. Yeah. So we need to increase this one to 10. Ma'am, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Second. Okay. Yeah. Will increase to 10 dot. Okay. So we got 10. Sorry, we got 10 characters of length, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this increase in the length and all, we'll deal that in the input statement. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So clear, ma'am. Scan over.
Yeah.
Okay. And we have other one which is trunk over. Okay. I'll just write this here. Just a second. Yeah. So we have here trunk over. That's trunk over. Field, right? So what's happening here, ma'am? So to see this example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we have specified, see here specified $10 dot, right, ma'am? So we have given
Yeah.
some, we have specifically mentioned length of $10 dot for this job code. Okay. And in the sample file, we have mechanic of around uh, 8 characters, pilot of 5 characters, here it is null, mechanic of 8 characters, null in pilot. Okay.
Mhm.
But when we use miss over here, in order to have the data correctly, so what we got? We got job code to be empty. Right, ma'am?
Mm.
Okay. So what is the miss over condition, ma'am? Whenever whenever it finds a short line, short length of data, it simply, what does it do? It simply makes the assigns null values to the particular output column. Right, ma'am?
Yeah.
That was the case. Okay. When we use raw data in terms of data lines. Okay. And now see here, we use here trunk over. Trunk over. For trunk over, we got mechanic, pilot, mechanic, pilot. Okay. If I look at the data, mechanic, pilot, mechanic, pilot. Third one is missing, fifth one is missing. Same thing. Third is missing, fifth is missing. Okay. So here what happens is, whenever we give some kind of format length in term, whenever we give length in terms for the particular column, for the particular column, okay. If the data available in the external file or in the raw data called data lines is below the given length, I mean the format, okay. When we use miss over there, it treats that particular data point to be missing. But in order to avoid that, we use trunk over. So what does trunk over do? Even, okay, even the data is less. Even the data is less when compared to the given length in the column. It just prints whatever the available data in the available data for that column into the output data set. Got it, ma'am?
Yeah.
Clear, ma'am, on this?
Yeah.
The difference between miss over and trunk over?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
If
So
if it is the job code is above 10 characters, what it does?
it truncates the data, ma'am. I mean,
Does it display the output for
for
trunk
miso,
over?
No, trunk over will no will only fills the data until this 10
10,
length.
10.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. For example,
If it is above 10,
sorry, ma'am.
what it will?
Ma'am,
If it is above 10 characters, what does it do?
in terms of which one?
Trunk over.
Okay. So for your sake, what I'll do is second. Okay. So let's increase the mechanic to uh, mechanic new. Okay. Okay. So we have the data here. Yeah. You see here we got mechanic new, right? So where's W? It's missing, ma'am. Hello?
Okay. But it displays the output,
Yeah,
not
that's
like
what
stop. Yeah.
exactly. Uh, no, no. My point is, except stopover, missover, and trunkover displays the output. So what
Displays.
does
Yeah.
trunkover? So what does missover do? Whenever missover finds a data lesser than the input, input column length, okay, it simply makes the column to be missing.
Okay.
On contrary, trunkover, what does it do? Instead of making the value to be missing for the particular column, whenever it has a short length, okay, it simply displays the data, whatever in the raw data to the output data set. Whether whether it has less than the input number of characters, it simply displays the data instead of putting it to the missing value. Got it, ma'am?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. See, thing is, whenever you have a data, I mean, not just with trunk over miss over, whenever you have a data more than the specified length, it simply gets truncated, ma'am. Okay. For example, if you see here, I have mentioned by default salaries 8 characters, right? I have mentioned some 10 characters, right? Here 14, 23. Okay, two more. Okay. Yeah. What happened here? Okay. So, okay. So 3. Sorry. Uh, So, minutes, ma'am. Okay. Yeah. 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 So here, if you observe carefully, so if I say if I provide F H I J K L M N, okay. Yeah. You see here, we just got only 8 characters of length. 8, 7, sorry. Okay. We got only 8, no, 8 characters of length. Right, ma'am? But
Yeah.
I know what happens for numeric is for numeric, the default is 8 characters. Okay. But it considers whenever we have a data in terms of numeric only. Okay, ma'am. Thing is, if I say, for example, if I mention here dollar 10 dot and salary just make it as salary, let's remain it to be default 8 characters, and I'll increase it to 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Sorry, my bad. Where's the miss? Is it about 10 characters? 5 6 7 8 9 10. Sorry. Oh, okay, okay. My bad. That's the yeah. What should work? You see here. Yeah. So, whenever in terms of data, in terms of character, okay. So, whatever you specify in terms of, for instance, you specify only 8 characters of length, okay. So, it takes until the 8 characters of length whenever it is a character, okay. By default, for any column, it is 8 characters, but for numeric, so it takes more than 8 characters of length, but not for characters, ma'am.
For
Okay.
characters, we have to find the length, right?
Exactly, exactly. For characters, for any column, it is 8 characters of length. But for characters, if you want more than 8 characters of length, we have to define the length, the length value, 10 or 20, whichever thing it is.
Okay.
But for
So you have
but
to
yes,
you
ma'am.
put colon between the dollar sign.
I'll tell you, ma'am. I'll tell you in the input statement, because see, if so, here what's happening is, if I don't put colon here, okay.
Mm-hmm.
See, observe the data, ma'am. No, no. Tell me what's happening here.
It is not aligned. I mean,
Yeah,
the
yeah. How it is not aligned?
age age is going in the name.
And how about 6? It's also right.
Yeah, it's also not.
So what's happening? So it is reading until 10 characters of length, which is from, for example, it's from D, E, F,
Oh,
blank,
okay.
F, 27,
So
1,
for
2, 3.
every row,
Yeah,
it is writing.
yeah.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Until
Yeah,
10
and then
characters, whatever it have, it just considering the data, because we have specifically mentioned 10 dot, right?
yeah,
And the data is not aligned, right?
yeah.
Exactly. That's the case, ma'am. So if I mention colon here, So it simply sees does the does the end of the record have any kind of spaces. So if you see here, this record has a space, space, and here space. So it stops there, prints this data to the particular column, and then jumps to the next column, which is FM, the sex one, and again the age one, again salary one. Okay, so
Got
so that's the use of column, which we're gonna which we're gonna learn it in the input section, ma'am, input statement section. Okay,
Sure.
yeah. So this is the thing here. The same way here, ma'am. The same way here. What happened here? We gave 10 dot, but in the data we have mechanic new, right, which is 11 characters of length. So what does it do? It truncates the data until 10 characters of length. Got it, ma'am?
Got it.
Yeah. And ma'am, clear?
Yeah, clear.
Any questions, ma'am? Both of you?
No.
No, thank you, Sir Rajiv.
Okay. Okay. Let me clear mine. Yeah. So those are trunk over, miss over, trunk over, miss over, uh,
Scan over, stop
scan
over.
over, and stop over. Okay. So there's an interview question for the entry level jobs, ma'am. I mean, not only entry no, no, not only entry levels, but 6 years, 7 years also.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Even entry level is like they're asking 0 to 5 years experience.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what. Yeah.
There's no entry level job right now in the
I
market.
mean the freshers, I mean, yeah, anyways, that is not possible. So yeah. Yeah. Next thing is end equal to variable. Okay. So for instance, okay, so let's yeah. So end equal variable is something. It is something that it is something that it specifies a SAS variable that SAS sets to one. You know, whenever it reads the last record. Okay. For instance, if I just run this code, so here the syntax is simple, ma'am. End equal to some kind of a variable name. Okay, I'll just comment this. Whenever you want to see what is the last record of a particular data point. I mean the data. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Uh, what happened? What's happened to these physical files? So what's the if you in this one? So what it is telling? So it says we have 4 records. Okay, we have 4 records. So whenever you mention end equal to variable, so it treats the last record as no. It just simply it simply just a moment, ma'am, just a second. Yes, ma'am. So, it simply mentions, just it gives a rough value to to a last record as 1. So this one, it only gets printed in the log. So why is it? Because we have mentioned put last variable.
Okay.
Okay. So if you want to see the last variable, we simply mention if last variable equal to 1, then output. So,
Oh, okay.
it then simply outputs the data to the data
The
set.
last. Okay.
Yeah, the last variable. I mean the last data. Even there is also an interview question, ma'am. So, for instance, if I want to have the last record of the data, what will I have? How can I view it? Okay. So
And
for sorry, ma'am.
yeah, the and then we give
Yeah,
some variable name
yeah,
to
some
that.
name, any name. Yeah. Okay.
And then
So help me understand, ma'am. For instance, I have around 10,000 records. Okay.
okay.
Okay. So I want to know what is the last record without seeing the log. Okay. I mean, if I see the log, I can tell that the last record is we have total 10,000 records. Okay. I just want to see what is the record number of the so how many records are there in a particular data set. I mean, in this file, I have 10,000 records. I don't I mean, but no, but the interviewer asked me, so I don't know how many records are there. I just wanted to know how many records are there in this particular data. I mean, the sample1.txt file without looking into the log.
Okay.
Yeah. How can I do it, ma'am?
We can use underscore n underscore.
Right. So give me the code, ma'am.
Uh,
So we do
like x
indexing.
equal,
Okay, x equal
yeah,
to underscore n
underscore
underscore.
n underscore.
Right. If you see this one, so we got this.
Must go.
We got x equal to 4. So why 4? Because 4 is the index of this
Four
last
records.
record.
Yeah,
Exactly. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Got it, ma'am? I mean,
Got it.
a little twisted, that's it.
yeah.
Yeah. This is also an interview question, ma'am. Just he'll simply mention what how can I find the last record, or or how can I find the last record, the last record number or the last record. Okay. Next two
Okay.
important things. This, oh, sorry.
Is this something with the looking at the first record also?
Sorry, ma'am.
Like we see the last record, is there something with the first record also? Just to see the first record of the.
I mean, first record, anyways, you can print it, right? Or find the first number is equal to 1.
Oh, we can give the number, yeah.
Exactly, because it's first, right, ma'am?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, so it is line size. So we have two important options. One is line size, other one is LRECL. Okay. So what is line size? Okay. So whenever you want to print something in terms of a data into the SAS log or the results window, or the output window. Okay. So in order to have the number of bytes in a single line, we mention line size. Okay,
Yeah.
got it, ma'am? Because, for instance, I mean, the line size is typically from 10 to, so it starts from greater than equal 10 to 32,767. Okay, so why line size is important? For example, if I have the data in this way, my ID name is Sally. Mm,
Just
I need to consider data such that second one. Yeah, if I consider this data point, I'll just download the sample two. What I'll do, I'll simply mention it's 44. Okay, it should do. I'll simply give lines is equal to 20. ID name 68 Sal. I forgot this ID name. I'll remove this one. Add here. Okay. Yeah. So it's DLM equal to, what is the DLM here, ma'am? It's okay, this comma. Okay. It's DST. Okay.
we could use,
Sorry, ma'am.
yeah, DST, I was saying.
Name. Are we missing anything here? Sex, age, salary. So what's in? So I did. Oh,
Do we have to give the name, the length of the character?
yes, ma'am. We will- Ma'am, just a moment. I'll just be back. Just a second. Yeah. So we need to mention some kind of data here. Okay. Okay. Then mention BST. Yeah.
Is it the same like name colon and then the
This is the delimiter, right, man? Okay.
can show the raw data?
Yeah, let's use the column then. Let's see.
So the name is more than 8 character length. So
But we used TST. That's my point. Yeah, let's see. If it's the same. Let's use the column. Column shouldn't. Let's see. Uh, anyways, anyways, is salary missing value? Is that salary? Okay.
did you mention 20?
Well, everything seems to be correct, man.
Do we have to give the number for the salary or because it is numeric, so by default it will take it, right?
No, it is the external file, right? So I mean, my point is, why is it not considering data? When I gave it 100 dot, we have around 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'll just give it 10 dot. Oh, issue here. Salary. What for salary? Yeah. Okay. Just a second, ma'am. I don't know. Yeah. It's a bigger one. So it is coming into E. Anyways, that's not a priority, ma'am. I mean, it's coming into exponentials.
Yeah.
Okay. So, anyways, so what we
We can
do it?
remove the colon. No, no. Okay.
Sorry, no, ma'am.
Let's remove the colon and see.
No, if you remove the colon, we won't get the data.
It's not coming. Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be yeah. Okay. Yeah, I mean, there's the issue with the. I mean, always, we have to careful. We have to be careful in terms of data. When it is not aligned.
Okay.
Okay. Use DSD here. Okay. Yeah. So we have the data here. Even I asked for 100. Yeah. 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 So we have the data here. If we
But the
just
first salary is showing
sorry, ma'am.
the first salary is showing in the
Exponentials, right? You mean to say?
yeah.
Yeah. So thing is, we need to give some kind of a length to it. Yeah. So for your sake, let's give some length to it. Yeah, that's what. Let's yeah. We see here the error. The length of numeric variables should not be more than 8 characters. Okay, between 3 to 8. Okay.
Okay.
So that's the reason whenever we give length, it still considers the entire data. I mean, even if we don't give the length or not. So
Okay.
let's consider. Uh, so we have to just use a format for this, ma'am. It will be different. It will be again a different topic. Okay. For now, let's leave it here. Okay. So now, we are looking for this line size. Line size equal to 20. Okay. We see this one. Yeah. So what's happening here, ma'am? If you see carefully, what is the salary is 8, age is 8, sex is 8, name is 100. Okay. So we give name as 100. But we have mentioned line size equal to 20. Okay.
Okay.
We see here, whenever we mention line size equal to 20, the entire record length should not exceed the 20. Okay. If it exceeds 20, the data gets truncated. Before line size, what happened, ma'am? So we have data here, and again sex, and again age, and again salary, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I gave line size here equal 20. Now
Mm.
the data gets truncated. See, no data here because eh, ID, name, and sex are already occupying 20 characters of length.
Mm.
Right, ma'am?
Got it.
Yeah. So we use line size at a upper limit. Okay. Just to make sure that whenever we have data, because the default line size is 80, ma'am. Okay. The default is 80. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So we always make sure to use more than 80, like 200, 300 something. So it will be easy for us whenever we have a huge data points. Okay. In terms of sometimes we have some kind of URLs. Okay, a large URLs. I mean,
Yeah.
the web URLs and some in terms of some kind of addresses. Okay, they'll be lengthy, very lengthy, more than some 80 characters, 90 characters and all. Okay, at that moment, in order to in order to read the data properly, the thing is line size is it is nothing to be worried about the data reading. Okay, data
Mm.
extraction. It is it is used to only have data properly read in terms of written into the output data set and the log. Okay,
Okay.
whenever you want to see the data in terms of output or the SAS log, you can't see it properly. It gets truncated when the line size is less, but the data is more. Got it, ma'am?
Got it. Yeah.
Yeah. So no line size. Simply just remember that line size means record length. No, record length. The total row length. So it should be less than the line size. So make sure you always have a bigger line size whenever you deal with external data or the raw data in terms of data lines.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm. Next is okay, yeah. If you see here, sorry, uh, Not, sorry, my bad, ma'am. Not data lines, because line says doesn't work with data lines. It only works with external file data. External file data, which means from flat. Whenever we have data in terms of from flat files.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. And next thing is LRECL, which is called logical record length. Okay. So this is about whenever you read data or write data to an external file. So line size is something that reading data from the external file is not a problem, but writing data to the output data set and the log will be will have an issue with it. So in order to not to have an issue, we use line size. But LRECL is something that whenever we use whenever you use our data to read from external file or write to the external file, we use LRECL. Okay,
And
go ahead.
this is confusing. Can you please explain when we use R,
Okay, so
LRACL?
LRECL is something the logical record length. Okay, so
Okay.
it defines the logical record length of a file, which is the number of characters or bytes that make up a single record. Okay,
Oh,
it is the
okay,
number
okay.
of characters or bytes that make up a single record. It is simply used to write or read data to the external file. So whenever we are reading data from an external file, we use LRECL. Okay, to read the data
Okay.
properly, we use LRECL. To write the data properly to the output dataset, we use line size.
Okay.
Go ahead, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yeah. LRECL we use in terms of reading and writing to the external files. Okay. So for instance, uh, I don't have this data set. Use this same thing. Yeah. So I just want to read this data properly. Okay. Is anything here? Oh, sorry, my bad. PST. Okay. Just look at the log, ma'am. You see here the infile. Okay. Yeah. So 4 records were read from the infile. Okay. Uh, see what happened, ma'am. I use line size equal to 20. So the yeah, the first record ID, name, and sex. So these 3 records occupied the length of 20. So we couldn't see data properly in terms of output window, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the case, ma'am. So LRECL starts from 1 to 3 to 767. Line size starts from 10 to 3 to 767. Okay. LRCL even can read data of one length, I mean 1 byte, but line size only can read the data from 10 bytes. Okay. That's the major difference, ma'am. And the other difference is whenever you want to write the data to the external file, we use LRECL. Okay. For
Oh,
example, we used last time you remember we used put statement, right?
yeah.
Put in order to have the data to the external file. So there we can use LRECL, and we have some upcoming ODS statements where we can use where we can output our data to the external file. We use LRECL to them.
Okay, okay. So
Yeah.
basically, these are useful for the output statements,
LRC, no,
for
no,
the
use
output
for
data.
both. Line size is for the output statement, so no, for the output data. And
Mm-hmm.
whenever you want to send this to an external source, we use LRECL. It is simple that you want our data to be written properly to the external file such that each and every record from from our source data will be written properly to the external file. Just to make sure, that's it. Just to make sure that each and every record prints correctly into the external file without any truncation in terms of the line, in terms of the total line.
Okay.
You getting it, ma'am? Any
Yeah.
confusion here?
No.
Just simple, ma'am. Line size. So the name itself tells you that line size. So it defines the specific size of a line in terms of data. But line size only works with the works whenever we works whenever you read data from external source and print that into the SAS log or the output window. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. For instance, yeah, I use simple block for int. I use 220. Yeah. Okay. See, proc print, we only see data, but no agent salary, right, ma'am?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the case. If you see here, line size we use 20, so only until 6, we have all the data occupied, and after 20, there is no data. That's what, ma'am. So, the line got fulfilled until 6, but not the agent salary for the first row. That's the case, ma'am. Okay. The only option with LRECL is LRECL will also give you data from one records and from 1 byte to 32767, and it is helpful to write the data to the external source in terms of the line size. Got it,
Yeah.
ma'am? Yeah. Any question, ma'am? Any questions in terms of line size and LRECL?
No, thank you, Rajiv.
Shavani, ma'am, how about you? Is it clear? Any questions?
Yeah. It's clear.
Sorry, ma'am.
It's clear. It's clear.
Okay, okay, cool. Yeah. So we'll just stop until here, ma'am. We'll have the next session tomorrow. Uh,
Yeah.
on the no, we only have ODS in terms of info statement, and let's then start with input statement. Okay.
Okay.
Any questions, ma'am, until now in this entire session in terms of, sorry, we had some hiccups, but apart from that, any questions, ma'am, in terms of stopover, scan over, miss over, trunk over, and this
No,
line
it's clear.
size
Yeah.
and equal to variable? Clear, ma'am?
Pretty clear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Ma'am, just go through these options once you have some time today. Okay. If you have any questions in terms of, just ping me in WhatsApp, or else just Google it. Just see if you find some other examples in terms of trunk over, miss over, and all.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. You can simply refer to the SAS. What do you call this? Uh, SAS. Second, ma'am. Uh, so we have SAS in terms of uh, yeah. If I see, it's the one with options. Yeah, SAS support. A second, SAS support. Uh, so not this one.